What's going on, everybody? Dave, No Money MTG. We're back again. I am off the road, thankfully, but as you might see behind me, there's some stacked stuff because I'm still in the middle of the moving process. So I'm inside of an actual house, not a hotel this time though, so that's good. But this camera and audio setup's going to get changed so many times over the next couple months. It's going to be weird. Like right now, I have to actually do this whole video kind of like in a thinking man pose.
Be a man.
So if I look hunched over or whatever, just bear with me as I go through this. We had some success in the last video with the Edge of Eternity's quick draft. I'm going to go back to Secrets of Strixhaven Pick-2 draft just because I have some gold, and there's still a whole bunch of this set that I still have to collect. And remember, the whole kind of premise of this channel is that we're starting a brand new arena account from scratch, building up gold through playing free-to-play on the ladder, using that gold to enter drafts to collect new sets as they come online, and to see if we can keep up with the rate that Magic is coming out with these new sets. So we have only about a month left-ish before the next set comes out, so we still have some ground to cover here. So let's get back at it, get into another Pick-2 draft, see if we can collect some more cards, get some more wins, and hopefully we can keep on rolling into more and more drafts until we've amassed a pretty good chunk of this set. So let's get into it. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
All right, perhaps the thinking man pose is actually going to help me draft better, because I've had mixed results here in Secrets of Strixhaven. All right, first pick. Moseo Vane's New Dean. It's a rare I haven't drafted yet. What's it do? Moseo enters, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained life this turn, return up to one target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. That looks good to me. What else should I pair along with it? Unsubtle Mockery is a pretty flexible removal spell, so I'll go ahead and take that for now. See which one develops. All right, pick 2. There's a blue-green applied geometry. Create a token that's a copy of target non-aura permanent you control, except it's a 0/0 fractal in addition to its other types. Put 6 +1/+1 counters on it. Interesting. I think maybe I'll take that, and then also the Leech Collector. Gain life payoff. In fact, we'll go ahead in that. So I have 2 black cards, 1 red card, and then a gold, green, blue card. What's coming up next? Black and green seem to be open, coming from the right at least. So with that, I think I'm going to stay with black then. I'll take Feed the Swarm, and then, let's see, cheap 1 mana Death Toucher, or a recursion spell, or the Newt's pretty good too. I think I'm going to do the 1-drop. I probably should have done the Newt, but at this point, I think black is definitely where I'm going to be, and then now I just have to figure out what the second color is going to be. Forum Necroscribe, it's a repart, it's a black-white card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, I can still do targeted spells in black, but I'll also take black-white. So black-white seems to be open from the right. So maybe that's where this deck is going. Although there's so many green cards open here that I think maybe that it's just maybe black, white, and black, green are open, which pretty much tells me that black is super open. So let's go ahead and take a black, green card and the black card here. Osteomancer, yeah, black is just super open. I will rare draft the red card. Pull from the grave, wield. Okay, so black, super open. And I think green, no one's taking green cards. So I think black-green's where my seat is supposed to be. So here's great black-green card there. I don't know if I rare draft together as one, but this is also the case that if black-green is this open, I can actually kind of take some educated risks that good black cards are actually going to wheel back to me. I think I'll just rare draft together as one. I think the Studious First Year is going to wheel. So I'm going to rare draft the, whatever you call that, together as one. And I'm going to hope that out of this pack, either the Leech Collector in black or the Studious First Year in green wheels. Definitely taking the Essence Knit Scholar, creating pests that can help gain life. Let's do it. You know me, I almost never pass drafting a rare land because those are so good, but these 2 black-green cards are so good for my deck. I'm going to take the 3-drop because I think it's better, and then, yeah, I mean, I could be screwing myself over here by, yeah, I could be screwing myself over there by not taking the 4-drops. That 4-drops are really, really good. But man, I just hate passing up rare lands. They're just so important for standard. The Infirmary Healer is good for my deck just because it helps me gain it. If I need to, it's like gain life on a stick. And it's a 2-drop, which I need right now because I don't really have many of those. So we're going to go with that. Pick 4. Pest Mascot, sign me up. And Barrage, I don't know about that. Target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. If you've cast another instant and sorcery spell, then it deals damage. I think the 1/1 Death Toucher is probably better here. Just cheap creature. Get cheap creatures out on the board. The Leech Collector Wield, so I'll take that. Ooh, the Tackle. The target creature you control gets +0/+10, then it fights. Oh, did I miss out? Oh, I took too long. All right, sweet. So that 4-drop that I passed in order to rare draft the land came right back to me anyway. All right, so educated guesses there. Hands out. Okay, I'll take the Locust Spray and another black-white card. Yeah, I missed out on a fight spell, which is good for me. All right, well, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to rare draft a dual land because those are just so good. Now, for my second card here, because that Old Growth Educator wheeled, I think this Grapple with Death is also going to wheel. I don't think anyone else is drafting black-green. You know what? The Grapple with Death is just too good that I can't risk it. Yeah, it's too good that I can't risk it. End the hunt. I'll take that. It's a halfway decent for 2 mana. I can make them typically get rid of their best thing, or at least their biggest thing. And then do I rare draft the Aziza, or do I take another 2-drop? Now, I think in this case, I take the other 2-drop. It is really, really bad if I get to the end of this draft and I don't have enough early game plays. And as I say that, I change my, well, what's my creature count? 13 already? I change my mind. I'm rare drafting. Building the collection, and I get a 4-mana instant exile, unconditional exile spell. That's awesome. And then I need a 2-drop here, a Death Toucher that ramps or Environmental Scientist. When it enters, you can search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand. I think I'll take that. I'm missing out on the Mana Sculpt, which I'm not super sad. Wow, blue apparently was super open too. I'll rare draft. Oh man, no I won't. Because there's nothing that's gonna, I can't wheel. I'm too late in this pack to wheel anything. Bitter Triumph is great. Essence Knit Scholar is great. I think at this point, I'm just gonna focus on getting wins in this draft. So now, yeah, I'm not rare drafting anymore. Eternal Student is a maybe. I don't think I have any card that's good enough to splash here for white. Okay, cool. And this Colonian Tackle or whatever it is a good fight spell because I have a couple of Death Touchers, so that could come in handy. 1 mana Repartee. Whenever you cast an instant spell that targets a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. No, I think Send in the Pests is better, and so is this 2-drop. So those two. So I have a really, really low curve. And then Pull from the Grave is a serviceable recursion card. Oh, I already had one of them? Okay, well, whatever. There wasn't really much to choose from there anyway. All right, so Golgari it is. Let's see, what are all the even halfway playable cards? I guess I'll include that just for consideration. I don't know if there's any way I'm playing the Locust Spray. What are we looking like here? We have 17 creatures, 12 non-creatures. So I've got to cut a little both. I actually want to keep my curve pretty low here because I want to play 16 lands because I'm so close to having, I mean, it already is a fairly low curve. The Forum Necroscribe is it's meant for the black-white deck. I think by the time I get to 6 mana, I will hopefully have better things to do than this. So I don't know if that's really what I want. And then as far as my 4-drops go, I don't need 2 Eternal Students. It doesn't synergize very well with the rest of my deck. Like I'm looking here, Cheerful Osteomancer, also not very synergistic with my deck, although it's not embarrassing. I mean, it gets a creature out of the graveyard. I have 2 Pull from the Graves, so I definitely don't need 2 of those, so one of those is going, but Pull from the Grave gets 2 creatures from my graveyard and gains life. And so like, what are the creatures I really want to get back from my graveyard if they're there? Like the Essence Knit Scholar, it enters, gives me a pest token, will help me gain life whenever that thing attacks, and it draws a card. Like this card is so good. Like it creates the pest that helps you gain life and then just helps you draw into more cards. Pest Mascot pays you off for gaining life, grows. That's a card that I would definitely want to get back if that's in the graveyard. Mossio Veins Nudine creates a pest. When you gain life, you return up to 1 target creature. Museo Vane's Nudine wants you to have essentially only cheap creatures in your graveyard to keep recurring those. Creates a pest that helps you gain that life. So like I'm really focusing on the 3 mana and below part of my creature curve. In the 2-drop slot, I have a 2-drop that gains life when it enters. Infirmary Healer can help me gain life just from its prepared spell. Environmental Scientist ramps. Leech Collector payoff for whenever you gain life. And then the Bane Maker, just something that is an awesome blocker. Okay, so I think maybe Osteomancer is good enough because it raises dead. Eternal Student might not be good enough, so I think this one's on the chopping block. Because my deck is so low to the ground as far as mana curve goes, I don't think Planner Engineering, I don't need to ramp that badly. I already have Environmental Scientist. It's not ramp, but it's smoothing, like in the sense like it helps me get my 3rd land. So for removal spells, I have Wander Off, 4 mana, unconditional, instant speed exile, awesome. Cost of Brilliance is a card advantage spell. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. I don't think that's actually good enough. I'm going to go ahead and cut that right now. Chelonian Tackle. Target creature you control gets +0/+10 until end of turn, then it fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. That's really good if I have the Bane Maker out there, but it also helps me just kill a smaller creature. Yeah, you know what? That's a serviceable removal spell. Sorcery Speed kind of sucks. Grapple with Death is good removal. Bitter Triumph is good removal. End of the Hunt. Target opponent exiles a creature. That's a little bit conditional, but it's going to hit usually one of their big things. Feed the Swarm is removal. Send in the Pest. Each opponent discards a card. You create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, okay, maybe card, and then follow the Lumerates. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land from among them and put it into your hand. If you gained life this turn, you may instead reveal 2 creatures and or land cards from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. What's better, that or second pull from the grave? I think I want second pull from the grave. Whoop, I clicked on the wrong one. I think second pull from the grave is actually the better choice there, because I think that these early plays are going to die, or I'm going to get to my 3-drop and they're going to instantly kill it, which means that I'm going to want to have recursion more than I'm going to want to dig through to find my good creatures. I have 6 removal spells, a single card advantage in the form of making the opponent discard, but it also gives me a pest. And then I have 2 recursive spells, and then the rest are creatures. Yeah, no, I'm going to cut the Eternal Student. In its place, I'm going to speculate on the Forum Necroscribe. So this will be my top end. I have enough spells that target a creature that if I get the Forum Necroscribe down and I have a removal spell, then this gets me, it's another recursive spell out of the graveyard. I'm not entirely sure about this, but let's just go for it. As far as mana base goes, with this curve, I'm thinking we go down a black. No, I think I'll go down a green. So I'll have 9 black, 8 green. Okay, I think this is going to be it. I find myself in these Witherbloom colors a lot more than I ever expected. But let's get in there and try to get some wins. Alright, well, speak of the devil. I went heavy on black, and I have a 1-drop. Although I would have liked one of those swamps to be a green, so maybe that wasn't as good of a call. Alright, here we go. Okay, I have a 2-drop. That is nice. We'll go ahead and get in there. Green source would be awesome. There's the green source. Alright. We'll see if he wants to block with the Docent. He does not. And let's go ahead and cast that, just to spend all of our mana. Alright, a land of any type next turn would be huge. I have 3 4-drops in hand. So, I mean, getting a 4th mana sets me up. I don't have that many 4-drops, though, so really, even if it's not a land, it's probably a 3 or fewer drop. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world if I don't draw a land, but I really would prefer to draw a land. Opponent is thinking about it. Okay. And speak of, it's the single, the single greater than 4-drop, huh? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and attack with these two. Let's attack with all 3. They can't really block. Yeah, they can't really block. Or I guess they can bounce off the Leech Protector. Okay, well, let's just maximize the damage. I mean, they can gain 1 back. Okay, so they're gonna kill one of my creatures, I'm sure. Make that get that up to 2 power. I don't know if they attack with it, though. I think at this point they're kind of incentivized to hang back. Man, a 4th land really, really would set me up here. This reach creature, huge. Yeah, not good. They have 2 removal spells? Wow, okay. Okay, so now I'm screwed. Or I might be screwed. Potentially screwed. There's the 4th land. Got it. Alright. I think I hold up the Wander off. Block the Docent. Kill the Stirring Hope Singer. What is this? No, I'm gonna go ahead and exile that. I don't want them drawing any cards here. Well, they drew cards anyway. How about that? Well, yeah, I don't really have much of a choice here. Let me get the 4/4 Vigilance Reach out. How many more cards do they have that target creatures? Probably a lot, since they're a black-white deck. That's kind of what their whole deck's built around. Okay. If you got it, you got it. Okay. I'm cool with that, too. Okay. So now I can start rebuilding here. Alright, so I'm going to get a creature back from the graveyard next turn. It is probably going to be... What do we think? I don't know. We'll see. Probably the Old Growth Educator. Okay. Let's get the Old Growth Educator back. Let's attack with the Osteomancer. Let's get Pet Mascot out. Okay. If they grant it double strike, then I block it. If they don't, then... Okay. If they don't grant it double strike, then I don't block it. Okay, so now I block it. Easy. Easy block. Okay, land is good. Old Growth Educator, because this makes it so it's not a good idea for them to attack with the Quill Blade Laureate, because I'll just block with the Old Growth Educator. Okay. Alright, cool. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so I think I get in with the Old Growth Educator. See what they do about it. Okay. We are going to spend all of our mana. Let's get a big creature out there. They can't target it with any... They can't target it with anything because it has ward discard and they only have one card in hand right now. This smells like kind of a desperation attack, but let's make them have it. Okay. So now I will get back my 6-drop. And let's see, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 3 mana left. So let's get the 3-drop back. That's fine. Forgot about that card in their graveyard. That is really good. Okay. So this, whenever I gain life, I put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Go ahead and kill that now. Gain life, get a +1/+1 counter. Attack. I think I'm in a good spot now unless they draw a bomb. Okay. Well, that was a really good turn for them. That was a very good turn for them. Huh. Very good card. Very good turn for them. Well, the best I can do then is... So they're going to have to block this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have to block that. I think I just get aggressive here. That's a 4/5 trample. So, and that's a 2. So there's 6 damage coming at them here. Yeah, this puts them in a bad spot because they have to double block the pest mascot to get it off the battlefield, which they will do. They still take 1. Still take 3. They gain 1. And then now this Burog Banemaker can... Well, why would you do that? They have 2 cards in hand. They're coming in for 4. Return target creature card from your graveyard to... They've already done that. Oh, I keep on forgetting that card's in their freaking graveyard. Holy crap. So they're going to draw another card off of it. That's amazing. I keep on forgetting that. How do I keep on forgetting that? 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can pump this... why am I doing it 4 times? So they have to block it. Alright, so they have to gain life this turn. Or have 2 blockers. Those are their choices. Okay, they're gonna get that card back. So you have to play 2 creatures here. Alright, cool, finally. That was a long one. Alright, going first is great. My elbow is starting to go numb from having to sit in this thinking man pose. Let's see, I think I will get the Mindful Biomancer out first. Because then when this attacks, it can threaten +2/+2, so it gets it, even if they have a 2-power blocker like this. This card is so good because it threatens them with activation. I mean, I'll activate it, and okay, cool. So, yeah, it almost always, like, doesn't get blocked by smaller creatures like that just because of threat of activation. So those kind of cards, there's always, like, one of those in every set. It's typically in green. They always, in my book, are a little bit better than people think they are. Okay. Really? So I think they have a Locust. I think this tells me they have Locust Swarm, the -1/-1. So I'm going to go ahead and... not. Let's see. So create a black. Okay. So that means that they're probably holding up the Locust Swarm. So let's do it this way. Let's make them cast the Locust Swarm. If they cast it on the Shattered Acolyte to try to block the Pest Mascot, then I will Bitter Triumph it. Okay, so here comes the Locust Swarm. Now, if they're smart, they'll wait until after damage is assessed. Well, no. Okay, well. Actually, okay. If they want to do that. Target opponent loses 1 life. Up to 1 target creature. Okay, so now I'm going to discard... I'm actually going to discard the Leech Collector. Kill that. So that's what they were holding up. Land next turn would be great. Okay. Again, this is another turn where, another game where not having the 4th land on turn 4 is, it's me getting punished for playing 16 lands. So that's not great, not a good look for me. I pulled it out in game 1 though, we'll see if the same holds true here. Okay. I'm going to let that go, actually. 4th land, good. This one, and this one. Really? That's an interesting way to block. 4/3 vigilance flying. Okay. Probably the pull from the grave, right? Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so I need to draw an answer. Yeah, that is an answer. I need to gain a life. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't kill this. And yeah, so I guess this is what I gotta do. God, has it got another one? It's not good. Why not attack with both? Okay. Because I guess they can still get in next turn. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Need that. I need that. So, get that out there. So they need to 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. No, let's make them have to block 3, 4, 5. So this is 11 coming at them. Let's keep one back. Yeah, let's keep one back. Okay. Oh, no, really? Well, I don't know if they can attack. Right, they can't attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and attack all here. Okay, so this keeps them alive barely. Let's play this. All right, I think I have the game wrapped up now. Yeah. Man, got close there. All right, going first is good. Having a 1-drop and a 2-drop, a 3-drop. I like it. All right, opponent mulliganed, so it's too bad for them. They can have their own one of those, huh? Okay, so they are almost certainly not going to block. Okay, well, I'll hold on for one more turn. Oh, I'm so stupid. They both have Death Touch. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I deserve to lose. I deserve to lose. Wow, that is dumb. Okay, man, I just unmulliganed for him by, like, wasting my entire turn 2. Oh, that's gross. What, does he have a fight spell now? Whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. Is that good enough that I just kill that right away? Yeah, I think that's good enough that I just kill that right away. Gosh, that was so stupid. I discard 2 cards. Yeah, probably like that. Oh, they keep on really wanting to get in. Okay. So I get to return my 1-drop. Let's get that guy back. Alright, that was enough for them. I'm glad that was the first time I got to play that card. And that also gets us up to platinum, baby! Alright, on the draw, I'm gonna keep it and hope my deck comes through with me with a... and hope my deck comes through for me with a green source. Don't do it. Don't do it, deck. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcerer spell that targets a creature, this creature gains flying until end of turn and they survey. Alright. Green source. Well, I mean, forest. No. So they're gonna play a blocker? Yeah. Okay. Oh, no! Alright, well, let me try to clear their board. This is not how it was supposed to go. My fault. I should have mulliganed that hand. That was totally my fault. Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is, like, still, if I draw a forest next turn, I'm actually okay. Okay, now I'm probably not going to be okay. I have a 50% chance of drawing a card next turn, or drawing a land next turn. Yeah. Well. Let's discard the 4-drop. Let's see, I now have a... Well, oh, green source, okay. Is it possible to get back in this game? I think I play a 2-3, because that can block. If they've been holding on to a removal spell... I mean, if they have literally nothing. Okay, so it's draining me out. Get this out. I continue to hold on for dear life. Wow. So now they win if I trade with that creature? Do they see the line? Or I think they've, yeah. So I have to, I have to block like this, don't I? Because if I trade, then that drains me a life. They take, yeah, I have to do that. Still couldn't draw a land, huh? So, I mean, this goes beyond the I just only, I mean, this goes well beyond the 16 land thing, so... Yeah. I could have done without them good gaming me at the end, but, well, how many cards was that into my deck? 16 cards into the deck, and I drew 3 lands. Can't win that way. Okay, going first, it needs a single land. A single land. And I know, based on my experience in the previous game, of course, come on. Come on, baby. One time. One time. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, alright. Come on, man. Yeah, that. A3. Kill that. Put in. Opponent, no problems with lands. What is happening right now, man? What is happening? And also, like, and because of that, I'm playing out, like, no good cards, so they're holding on to all their good removal spells. What the hell, man? What the hell? Yeah, whatever, I don't even... The odds of this is so strange. Of course, why not? Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Let's see, let me guess, no land on the next turn either. Yeah, not even... This is just ridiculous. Okay. Like, that goes... Like, right... Come on. So I'll tell you what, that was a little bit tilting, those last 2 games. Like, I fully recognize that you take on risk when you go down to 16 lands. But, I mean, on like, those last 2 games, there's just at some point it's just the variance kind of gets overwhelming there. Like it seems super unlikely that in 2 consecutive games, like I would go 16 cards deep before getting a third card, and then on that last game I got down to 13 cards deep into my deck and still on that last turn didn't find the third land drop. So I'm obviously a little bit salty right now. That's a little bit frustrating. I went 3-0 in some pretty convincing fashion, in those first 3 games. I was feeling really good. Just 2 games to close it out, and then just to have it end with those were some pretty good mana screw. I tell you, as far as my recent experience with mana screw, that was pretty good. But I think overall this deck was actually really, really good. We had 4 of the signpost uncommons, relatively low curve, good removal spells. We had recursion to get our big pieces out of the graveyard. I thought this deck was poised for, I mean, you can never really bank on a 4-0 run, but I thought it had everything. I thought it had all the tools. And after those first 3 games, it felt like we were on pace for an easy trophy here. So disappointing, but we did at least get 3 wins. So let's see. We got 1,000 gems back. I'll take that. And then we got 2 packs. We'll see what we opened up here. Anything standard playable? Whatever. We're grinding our way through these. 47.3% of the total collection of Secrets of Strixhaven. A note on that untapped.gg calculation right there. That's for if you were to get 4 of like an entire playset of everything. So I'm 47.3% complete with getting a full playset of the entire Secrets of Strixhaven. For those of you who don't check it often, you can see what until you get at least 1 of each of the cards in a set. Here in your set collection view, it'll show you like, here's how far you are along to getting at least 1 copy of each card. So we've gotten 85% of Secrets of Strixhaven, so, you know, good on us there. So that's it for now. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.